Alrighty everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Aurelion Soul reveal for Legends of Runeterra. I meant to do this earlier, but life had its moments. I had to help my brother move into college, and there was a bunch of little problems there. Had lunch with him, said goodbye, and came straight home. I'm tired, but I knew this reveal was coming. I just didn't know it was Aurelion Sol. And I am excited to take a look. Let's jump right in.
The heavens diminish without my attention.
Oh my... Aurelion Sol, 10 mana, 10/10. New keyword, invoke. Okay, but what's that? That's a new keyword too. Invoke. Play, invoke. A celestial card that costs 7 or more. Round start, create a random celestial card in hand. Your allies have 20 and around. What the? What is this?
Red star. I created it.
I mean, he has spell shield. That's good.
This will be it.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so you have a 10 mana 10/10. The Scourge. When I'm summoned, grant me +1 for each celestial card you've played this game. Attack. Give other allies +2/+2 and overwhelm this round. What? What? Oh my gosh, she's overkill. Cosmic Inspiration. 7 mana slow spell. If you behold a celestial card, grant allies everywhere +2/+2. Refill your spell mana. Supernova. 9 mana spell. Slow. If you behold a celestial card, obliterate 2 enemies. What is this? New keyword, Fury. When I kill a unit, grant me +1/+1. Okay. Interesting. When an okay, so a dragon keyword, he's a dragon. A 6 mana 5/6. When an ally with Fury kills an enemy for the first time each round, create a random dragon in hand. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Pure Starfire.
Alright. Yep. Summon Celestials.
The constellations bow to me.
Wait. Play. Invoke a Celestial card that costs. Round start. Create a random Celestial card in hand. Your Celestial cards cost 0 mana! This is bonkers! This is bonkers, dude! Wait, does he permanently have spell shield? Wait a second.
Anyone for some stardust?
Oh, what? The skies descend. Deal 15 to all enemies. Cost 2 less for each dragon you have. Deals 15 damage to all enemies. What the heck? And I mean, it's 15 mana. You can't even play it, but like, as long as you have like a couple dragons, it becomes playable. And it's only enemies.
All planets break.
Oh my god.
See you next time, Runeterra.
Oh my god! Ah! What is this character? Will he even be good? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, once he levels up, when he hits 10, the game is, when he levels up, the game is over. There's no questioning that. When this bad boy gets onto the field, you can kiss your game goodbye unless you have the right answers for him. But it's getting to 10 mana. You need, like, ramp has to be really good in order for Aurelion Sol to be good, in my humble opinion. But let us go to the Twitter and take a closer look. Alrighty, here we are at Twitter, taking a look at some of the new cards. So we've already seen Aurelion Sol. My opinion on him, yeah, he needs ramp to really make him good, but he also fits very well in some of these new keywords and old and archetypes that have already been revealed, like Behold A+ cards, the Aurelion Sol, a lot of the dragons, A+ cards. Hey, that's pretty good. Some of the Celestials can spawn you A+ cards. Hey, that's pretty good. So yeah, so you can do Aurelion Sol with Freljord to get some ramp and to get some of that Behold value, and then you'll be looking pretty good. Then we have the Infinite Mind Splitter at 8 mana 8/8, which is basically a Yone. Pick 2 enemies, round start, stun them, but I assume that's every round start. So you could just not kill them, and as long as this thing is alive, you stun those 2 enemies each time. That's incredible Yasuo synergy. It reminds me immensely of the Minotaur Reckoner. It's really nice to see some more stun in Targon so that Yasuo can pair up with said stun effectively. And this is an effective engine, though it is at 8 mana. Though, then again, Yasuo wants to play late game. So that's still pretty fine. And we got 6 mana 5/6 Invulus Vox. We saw this every time. I assume it includes itself. If it doesn't, okay. But it gives you great card advantage, and then it gives you the +1 attack and +1 health if you actually trade with something. Now, if it trades and dies, that's unfortunate, but and it does require you to kill something. So, like, if people just let it hit face, then it doesn't get the card advantage. But still, a really solid card all around. Solid stat line. I love the synergy with other dragons. The fact that it gives you dragons, which will help with this card, as we looked at in a bit. Then we have our 5 mana burst speed card, Star Shaping. I think this is the first 5 mana burst speed card we have seen in the game. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but at the top of my head, I can't think of one. Invoke a celestial card that costs 7 or more, then heal an ally or your Nexus 5. Okay. By itself, it's... Wow, that's really good. Would you run this? Could you run this outside of an Invoke deck? I mean, sometimes you'll just want, like, splash in some Invokes to get a chance of a really nutty Celestial card as a finisher, or just as a big body. It's like some decks might just want to do that, and usually those type of decks are the type of decks that go late game, and this helps with that. This heals your Nexus 5, and then it plays towards your Invoke game plan, plus giving you a card that costs 7 or more. This could also be very good in a 8+ card Behold deck, because it basically almost guarantees you getting an 8+ or more, since you get to choose out of 3 cards. So this card is looking pretty solid all around, even outside of Invoke decks, because it has other synergies, and I love it. I love this card. Absolutely a great card. Then we have Aurelion Sol's The Skies Descend. Of course, this is his champ card or spell. Yeah, this is a really strong board clear. not full board clear, enemy side board clear, which I think is the first real one that isn't like full board. So this really strong, and 15 damage kills basically all the champions. We saw this card in the video, so I don't feel really the need to go over it all too much, but the biggest weakness of this card is it's unplayable unless you are playing dragon. So it has a deck building constraint, and even then, most of the time, this when you play this, it's going to cost more than something like Ruination. So it's balanced in that aspect. Would you main deck it? Maybe. I feel like it's going to be similar case as with Ruination, that it's like a meta call in which when you would run it and when you would not run it. But compared to Ruination, it's not much worse. In fact, I think it's better in many scenarios. It's also pretty hilarious that it instantly levels up Swain, even if there is only one enemy on the field. So that's pretty funny. And then we have the 1-mana burst speed card, Messenger's Sigil. Shuffle 5 messengers into your deck. I assume that is the little puppy that we saw earlier, and I'll be honest, I don't know what that puppy did. I don't know what it does. I'm sure it has something to do with celestial cards. Maybe it reduces their cost or something like that. And if that's the case, then this is a really good card. But until I know exactly what messengers do, this is a pretty meh card. I mean, it also works with Nightfall pretty well, but that's as much as I can say about that. Now let's take a look at some of the other cards. Okay. Now we're here at the slideshow. We've already seen Aurelion Sol, and now we get to see some of the cards that released with him. 2-mana Herald of Dragons. Dragon allies cost 1 less. This is a 2-mana 1/1 that can cheat out Aurelion Sol much easier. And it says dragon allies, so I assume all dragon allies. So all your dragons reduce their cost. This card is insane for this dragon concept. It's basically a free ramp for all the dragons that you have in your all the dragons you have in your game. But the question is it when it's alive? I think with the wording, as long as it's alive, the dragons cost less. Or is it when it's because it's not a play effect, right? So as long as this thing is alive, dragons cost less. So it encourages people to remove it. Okay, so it's not as crazy as I thought it was. But it's still a decent card. Like, you have to answer this card. This is a card you have to answer. Now, it's very easy to answer, but like if people don't answer this, they get hard punished. That's pretty good. A White Flame Protector, a 4-mana 4/4 with Fury. All right, and it's a dragon. A good mid-game sort of card. A 4-mana 4/4, not the best stat line we've seen. Definitely some better stat lines, but on the defense, you block with it. It gets a little bit more attack. It gets a little health back, and then it still has that dragon synergy that we were talking about. So it has a place in the deck if you're going all in on dragons. And then Fused Firebrand. 5-mana 5/5 with Fury and Spell Shield. This is just, and it's a dragon. This is just an all-around good card. All-around good card. Like 5-mana 5/5s are generally the base stat line for 5/5, so most times you're going to get that Fury off from either them blocking, with chump blocking you, or with you blocking. So that in itself is pretty good. The Spell Shield is less important on this kind of card, but the Spell Shield is nice so that it doesn't instantly get removed. And then Screeching Dragon, 5 mana 4/5 with Challenger and Fury. Oh gosh, this is actually really good. Screw that other card. Challenger and Fury together on one card? Holy crap, that's crazy! It's just bonkers. And it has the dragon keyword, so it has all the dragon synergies. This is a nutty card. Whoo boy! This is a very good card. Very good for the archetype. Of course. 3 mana, Dragon's Clutch. Burst speed, draw 2 different dragons or grant dragon allies +1/+1. This is a 3 mana, draw 2. And dragons look to be pretty decent. So, this is a really good card. Like, a really good card. Holy crap. I like this dragon synergy going around. Whew. Gosh, with this much dragon synergy, you could... Oh my gosh, Aurelion Sol's card actually makes more sense to just run. Because if you're, like, you could possibly reduce its card below Ruination cost. Oh my goodness. This is getting scary. Oh, and that's all of them. And with that being said, that's all the new cards that I may or may not have missed from yesterday. No, they probably got released today. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction and the new cards. And I hope you all stay healthy out there. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.